But yeah, I got my my settings all set, so let's jump into a new game. Let me find my seed, and then we'll jump into a new game. All right. So this is a seed. Why is it always gotta be squares? All right. This is the seed. Let's get the timer set up so that I can have time. There we go. All right, let's jam. 3, 2, 1, button. Umbra neutral. A fine start. Not amazing, but fine. I should maybe set up a... There we go. A chat command for the flag set that I'm running. But overall, it's very similar to the tournament flag set that was run for last year's SRL. Empress Robe, yeah. Empire Crown, we take those too. Alright, what are we looking at? That's emptied. And I have no way past the drawbridge. And the moat is not full. Alright, let's go to the moat first then. We'll take this. We'll do the thing. Yeah, those are always going to be slow. I need to figure out better habits for enemy rando. Because, like, I have absolutely died on this run before. Like, something about the ways in which I need to learn to be cautious just have not clicked for me yet. Oh my god, Lightwall? Okay. I guess that means we can get into the castle now. Empress Robe and Empire Crown is a great start, though. That means nothing's gonna kill me. Pretty happy with that. And it means I can do some real damage to other idiots. I can get into the castle. Basement's not flooded. I can get into the Maw Caves. Military hangar. That is a good place for that to be. Don't poison me, bro. Almost. Rude. Alright, we're gonna grab this stuff. We're gonna head down, grab that warp. And then go to the lower lake, I think. I guess with the light wall, I can now get into the castle. And this might be my intended passage into the castle? Huh. No, I am committed to at least this. And I guess worst case, yeah, whatever, just hit me. Don't care anymore. Worst case, I can port back up to the castle. Ow. That's fine. Unclear whether that's what I want. Oh, we also need to... You, specifically, need to knock it the heck off. We can get this. Shattered neutral. Yeah, alright. I think I like that over Umbra. Although that also depends on the boss. Makes a lot of these enemies much easier to deal with. Yeah, we're still gonna go left. Sure. If only there were set bonuses. True. That would be a neat addition. That might be, we're gonna talk to Bodhi about getting set bonuses into Timespinner too. What's up, Cryptomancer? How's it going? We don't have fire, unfortunately. We do have this laser, though. Oh, I do have fire. Looking at the tracker, apparently I picked up Infernal... Or, not Infernal Flames. Wait. No, yeah, actually Infernal Flames. Okay, cool. Definitely didn't remember that I had that. But that's okay. Light wall means, there's an idiot down here. Light wall means I don't get... No poison, please. Thank you. I'm gonna have to abandon that one check. Lucky me. That's an early sash. All right. I am very happy with this set of checks that I have made. Palm punch trap, definitely among the silliest traps. Warp shard. Nice. What does that do? It plays the palm punch animation. So Lunaeus will play the animation of her standing there punching one palm, punching one fist into the other palm. This is really awkward. Oh, and it's the dog, so it's doing 1,000,000 damage. Doing 1,000,000 damage and has 1,000,000 HP. There we go. Wow, that was awkward. No time spinner pieces yet. One laser. Why is it a bad thing for that animation to happen? It's just weird. It doesn't freeze you in place. It doesn't prevent you from taking any particular actions. It just looks weird. It would be funny if it, like, actually froze you in place while it was doing it, but doesn't. My God. One of these days, I'm going to actually learn how to take these rooms with any degree of caution and or grace. But, today is not that day. What do I have against you? Nothing. Nothing good. What's up, Vera? Soon. True. Be that way. That's actually good damage. Wow, none of my options are good here. Everything I have is mediocre. There we go. Good. Got it. Nailed it. Great fight. Very smooth. Everything about that fight was wonderful. Everything about that fight was awful. Alright, I guess we're crossing the drawbridge now that I have everything else set up. That seems like a reasonable direction to go at this point. Whoa! Get over the bridge, Luneus! God, all of my habits are bad for enemy rando. Nice. Take it. Great. Oh, Justice is here. Kobo. That's fair. Star. That is also fair. Hi, Rishia. Wow, double Rishia. I'm blessed. Truly blessed. Oh, it's a gear. That's pretty relevant to my interests. All right, we got one. All right, I want you dead now. Oh, biscuits. Or cursed? No, definitely blessed. Rishi is a blessing. I am legally mandated to say that. Dog! Scary. Alright, well, we're already poisoned. Vera is going to be doing comms. Vera and ACZ are going to be doing comms for me and Urza. A lot of Empire Crowns around. That's cool. Ow. Box. Okay, that's an easy room to manage, though. Now that I know what is in that room. Gas mask. Alright, cool, cool. Continuing to be poisoned. That's fun. Skipping the twins. No pink. So we're just moving right along here and going to fight Alana, I think. I'm hoping for a plus orb and or plus spell. Beggars can't be choosers, though. Like, the fact that I have equipment is still pretty good, so we're not doing miserably here. But, you know, it could be better. Alright, what's for sale, buddy? First off, would you like an egg? I thought you might. All of the berries. They just jumped over him, but you know what? Whatever. Oh. Well, if that's going to continue to be free, that's pretty good, actually. I'm just going to gain a level here real quick. Whee! Unclear whether that's, like, worth spending the little bit of time on, but I feel like sometimes it is, depending on who's... Wow, Vanilla Ilana. Okay, I actually do just want Umbra for you. Set bonuses to upgrade the damage of a sphere. That would be neat. Yeah, that one went smoothly. That was not bad. Alright, how close am I to any kind of, like, routing change as a result of my inventory? Going back to Shattered. That's why. Too many things weak to Blunt. Bland meatball. True. It is not particularly tasty. Ooh. God. Leave me alone. These enemies, though. Alright, let's find a save. There's a save on the way down here. We'll just go to Small Caves. Small Caves is fine. As I have the gas mask anyway, doesn't hurt to clear them off first. And it is on the way to doing things. Wow, dude. The spider. Yeah, if I hadn't had equipment on at like the start of this particular run, I'd have been in such a bad place. Because I am not treating this rando with any kind of respect. I'm just bullying through all these enemies. Soul Scanner not relevant. Elevator card, unfortunately relevant. Alright, I guess we'll keep it. No save scum for me. Whatever. Oh, I didn't get neurotoxin. Wild. We'll just get poisoned instead. Sounds lovely. Dog! Cursed ass dog. Lights out. Also, lab coat. More damage. Still only one laser. And no mysterious warp beacon yet. This is gonna hurt. Ah, not that much. That's fine. Honestly, even if it had hurt a lot, it would still have been the game plan, given that I have an inventory full of berry pick-me-up pluses. Ow. Ow. Alright, let's go kill ourselves a maw, shall we? Ooh, the Genza access. That's a good one. Yeah, this is just... Oh god, what am I doing? Dying. Good thing I have all those berries. No time stop, so I can't, like, set myself up here. We're just taking damage. Boss rando is on. That is 2 bosses in a row that have not been randomized, though. Or that have randomized the same as vanilla, which is kind of funny. We're just going to take this and warp out. And go to the present. I have the A card, which doesn't let me navigate very well. Actually, what can I do here? Oh, I have elevator card. I have elevator card to let me out. Yep. And I have A card, so I need to check the gear spot here. Which is fine. There's no hell spiders. There is jerk dogs, though. Couple of now. Whoa, that was relevant. Yeah. What? Oh God. Where was my last save? Beginning of the Maw Cave. Oh, the save scum spot. Yeah, can't just run into enemies and die, can you? That doesn't work out. All right. Well, that cost me like 10 minutes. That's pretty rude. We don't need to get the soul scanner again. I don't remember what else I need to get from here, though. That jump worked. That dog I can just run into. Lab coat is actually less defense than the Empress coat, which I don't know if that makes much of a difference. I really don't remember which of these items were worth picking up. I mean, I guess the fact that I died to enemy damage means it makes some difference, presumably. Randomizer is actually pretty good. Was the thing at the top of the elevator shaft worth picking up? Was the thing at the top of the elevator shaft worth picking up? Don't remember what it was. Now we have Mayef punching people for me. Thanks, buddy. Look at him, he's helping so much. What a helpful little dragon. don't remember what it was at all. I'm gonna have to go get it anyway. Maybe I take this save first, though. Blade neutral, okay. Alright, we're gonna try this again. Preferably with less dying. These were worth picking up? They were not. But I do need to get the laser that is behind the idiots here. So I can't afford to just skip this. Oh, next hit kills me. Okay, okay. That worked better. No C card, so I can't fight Vandergraaf, or Varndegraaf. Can't fight Varney. Oh my god. Lots of jerks up here. I didn't actually check my timer to see how much time I lost there, but it maybe was on like 6 minutes? I said 10. That's, I think, a overestimation. Certainly a real decent chunk of time. That's not necessary. You can leave that alone. Save me the, like, quarter of a second it would take to go in and actually pick it up. Iron minus. Nothing's plus, huh? Never a plus orb. No pluses for Jim. Sad story. Letian crown. Can't get what's behind door number C. Oh, geez. So we'll just come down here and walk out. Head to the library. Library time! Whoa, mysterious warp beacon. Okay. That's a nice find. I am a fan of Shadow Seal strats. Oh, the drawbridge key. Okay, I do need to save before going up there, as it turns out. Because, we've gotten Kobo, so the boss fight's open, so I want to give that at least one shot. Nothing here matters. Tailwind, Corruption Plus. Oh, wow. Okay. That's pretty good. I don't know, sure. Sure. Oh god. No, that's not okay. As much as I like Shadow Seal strats, I, don't want to die. scary. Oh, tablet. Wow. Alright, that's pretty clutch. That's a clutch find. Worst weapon damage type to end up being plus in a run. The most awkward, I think, is ice. Just because ice is difficult to use. But the ice spell is actually really strong. So, like, that's... Whoa, security keycard B. Okay, this was real relevant. Keep going back, keep going back. I still don't have... I can get to the lab. I cannot do much in the lab. Yo, the spindle was here? Alright, we're gonna run it back to the warp point here, and then head to the lab. Dark and light are both, like, very powerful weapon types. But I'm not a fan of all of the orbs that use them. Like, if blue was my, you know, my only plus over the course of a run, that would be pretty awkward just because it's such a weak orb to start with. Oh. I had it lined up and then I flinched. Wow, 1 health. Jeez. It's a good thing I bought all these berries. Can't believe I ended that at 1 health. Was not paying attention. Hi, Risha. Oh, God. Getting out of there. We're gonna take this save. Because I have been dying a bunch. What a mess. Castle keep, not helpful. I mean, thanks anyway, but... I do need a hairpin. It's pretty miserable. What can we do in the lab? We can get through the lab. Dang. Alright. Yeah, let's go kill Genza. Whatever. I have exactly Genza access. So there are a bunch of places that I still can't go. But I can get a bunch of the stuff that is here. Ah, hey, a hairpin. Nice. What is the opposite of commentator's curse? What is it? Okay, doesn't matter. Which is good news. I don't think I can go in. I can get one of these. Okay. But there's still a bunch of stuff on the other side of that that I can't get now. But with Genza access, I can go through here. Cannot fight Ravenlord yet. Ah, now I have the experiment, which I don't need. Three Timespinner pieces short. I think we go through Emperor's Towers here, because I have vertical. Vera has seen the spoiler log. Ooh. Ask and ye shall receive. I'm taking this save. 3 of 5. This is not going great. I should probably try and take a little bit more damage. There we go. That's fine. Lab glasses in the lab. Yeah, great place for lab glasses. Okay, that's irrelevant. I don't need to pick up Genza's homemade spaghetti. We're gonna grab... Ow, 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 ow. God, every single enemy. Bonk, 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 bonk. We're gonna grab this stuff. And then we're gonna check out... China. Interesting. Oh God, please. We're gonna check out the mysterious area. I don't know which warp I got. Okay, that's all of the lab accesses, which is cool. No, that was research that we just got? No, that is all the lab accesses now. Okay. Maybe go hit that save. Wet regret. It's possible. Nope. Dry regret. I can't swim yet. And it's not looking like I'm ever going to be able to. Yo! Extremely relevant. Holy. Checking regret. I think we're checking regret today. You know what? Whatever, man. Just... Is it even rising tides? It sure is. The tides have, the tides have sunk, actually. Ooh. Dangery. Nope. Not dealing with you, buddy. Once again, taking the save. I am on a gear hunt now. None of that's relevant. Where do we think the last gear is? I'm gonna check Emperor's Towers after this. Ooh, I can't even get down there. Okay, so I do need to be able to swim. Yikes. That's good to know. So I'm on not just a gear hunt. I need the last gear and the ability to swim. sure. Dangerous. I think I'm out of berries, too. Whoa. That still worked out. Oh, look here! But I still need to learn how to swim. Fight. Look, it's the Maw. Do I even have anything better for this? We got no spells. My spells are so bad. I should have taken some damage earlier on in the fight, though. I have the Shadow Seal. I need to remember that. Get myself down to half health or something. Extremely boring fight. All right, let's check out Desolation, because that's the one major area I haven't been to yet. And you just know that this is the seed that has, like, the water mask in the, like, above water areas in Siren's Cave or something, and Urza dipped there right at the beginning of the seed, and so he's looking for the final gear, and I'm looking for the water mask, and we have, like, entirely different routing because of it. Chaos Blades is neutral. Oh, really? Eternal Coat. Sounds great. Plasma neutral, sure. My God. This room is always so trash. Empire is plus. Okay. That's pretty sick, actually. We could do that. I can work with that. Empire? There we go. Where is the water mask? It could be in Zarian's caves, so that's probably the next check. I do want to finish checking this area out, though. Oh, okay. That's an interesting flood. I'm not getting the water mask until Vera says so. I guess so. Vera is the arbiter of all of my equipment. It's not a water mask. God, these dogs are everywhere. Water mask at twins? That's so rude. Alright, if it's not in Zarian, we're going to twins. There's nothing else here. Maybe Zarian will be twins, and they'll let me know what I actually need. That would be nice of them. Wow, poisoned and neurotoxined? Incredible. That is a powerful engineer. Well, poison is great with Shadow Seal. I can punch everybody to death. That's not it. That's not it. Honestly, I had kind of forgot that I left twins unchecked. I was never gonna go back to the past. I should probably not be forgetting that, since it is a deliberate choice every time. Alright, I have double jump and I have time stop, so we can deal with this the good way. Still no pink? I do have pink, actually. So that is another good reason to go back to the past. What? Oh, I'm chaos. Yeah. That explains a lot, doesn't it? Big punchies. Pendulum. Nether is plus. Ooh, okay. I mean, I'm on Empire forever at this point, but thank you. Yeah, nobody wanted to give me the preview. I don't need to pick that up. So we'll have to do all of the things. These enemies, though. One day, I will learn how to navigate enemy random. All emperors all the time, huh? It's a lot of dads today. I should actually switch to nether for this. Oh, where are you? Nether. Shadow Seal. There's not even... It's still not a good spell. Not a spell I like. Where to next? Sure. We can check the above water checks here, and then go for the above water checks in Siren's Cave. Two checks here. Where else have I not gone? Bombard, right? Sure. No C card yet either? If I pick up a C card, I'm going to be very distraught. Not even paying attention to the enemies. I'm like, enemies aren't supposed to be... Oh my god, there's the water mask. Okay, cool. That's go mode. I could have gone there much earlier, yes. I could have gone there right after library, because I got the B card in the library. I got Tablet behind Ifrit, and I got B card behind Tablet. And that was all I needed to get the water mask. Clean? Clean? There we go. Time. 52:57. I am consistently getting in the, like, 50-ish range. I haven't gotten anything turbo enough to get me below, like, 48 in the practice that I've done so far. And I think the highest I've gotten was, like, a 102? But I seem to be getting pretty typically in the, like, 50, 52, 55 range. Just a lot of places to go, and then it's always that hunt for the final piece that's like, it could be anywhere. Alright, not feeling bad about it. It's a pretty typical run, I think. Anything I could have done differently that... Oh, I remember. I was gonna chase progression. That's what I was gonna do. If I unlock something, I'm going to chase whatever's behind the unlock. That was the plan. Especially if I unlock it later into the seed. And sometimes that will lead me down a wild goose chase. But I think more often than not, the fact that I have the progression means I need the progression. Alright, I'm gonna take my my usual stream break here. Alright, the practice will continue until morale improves. Ready to start it again? Oh, look, it showed me exactly how long I was on break. Quite a while, as it turns out. Feels standard. Anyway, let's do it, yeah? Let's go? Let's go. Umbra minus is pretty miserable. Ooh, iron is plus. You can get a lot done with a plus colossal hammer. It's kind of cool. That's kind of neat as far as starts go. Plop. Text noise. Elevator keycard. All right, where are we going? Water's up there. Wow. And the drawbridge is, the moat is flooded. Okay. Really not a lot of options here. This is a very linear start. We're still gonna go left first. Huh. Umbra doesn't work with the blades. That's too bad. And that is a very early water mask. Fascinating. I'm gonna die here. I am extremely poisoned. Oh boy. I have a hammer! I have a hammer for exactly this reason. Alright, water mask lets me get whatever's in the moat, as well as lets me get whatever is in the past caves. So that's potentially useful. As well as letting me not fade, oh, boy, not fade waterfall. Gun is minus. Alright, we'll give that a miss. I'm just gonna keep taking damage here. That sounds lovely. I am once again poisoned, and now I don't have any healing. Oh no. Level ups are good. Not if I die, though. Oh, wait, try that again with less getting poisoned. Didn't go very far, honestly. Immediately poisoned again. Okay, didn't get hit by the barrel, though, so we're in a much better place. But got hit by just about everything else. What was down here? There was there was Griffin and Mind Refresh, right? Yeah, I didn't need to come down here again. We're just gonna leave that one alone for now. Plasma's minus. Oh, God. But that is, in fact... Yeah, we can keep going here. Okay, great. We can get what's down here now. And then run to a save. Oh, spindle. Alright, that's pretty relevant. Get the thing! Gonna again run to a save. And then we'll head back down to the past Siren's Caves. Upper Caves of Banishment is, I believe, the technical name. Yo, managing enemy rando is real tough. I'm gonna need a lot more practice with this garbage. That's fine. You get your hits. Okay. I don't have any vertical. So I can't get Bat Ledge here. Yeah, we'll just run straight through there. Do I have any equipment at all? Nothing. Neurotoxin is miserable. What am I doing, dude? Please be a health up or something. I am in such trouble here. Use a mind refresh, get a mind refresh. What a deal. Oh, yeah, okay, no, that checks out. Well, we don't need to go after the mind refresh again. Good thing there was a save right here. Jeez. Gotta remember that I can use the, like, scoop function. There we go. Better. Much better. Much better. Now that I know what enemies are here, it's a lot easier to navigate. Arrowed. Oh my god, this is so miserable. Is there anywhere else I can go? Oh yeah. Now that I have now that I have Water Mask, I can go through all of this too. That works. Kinda. Next hit kills me. Jesus, what am I doing? All right, this is such a mess. And it's not like I can warp out. We'll just climb and go back to the castle gates and go the other direction and hope I find some equipment in between now and then, or a better weapon. Like, I can tank all of this just to get back up to the castle gates. Get some other checks that are closer and easier to acquire, and maybe that'll turn into something real. Like Fire Plus. You know, anything that's not this stupid minus orb, honestly. Also, Rishia is here. Did I save? I don't think I did. I think I'm still down here. God damn it. Oh, enemy rando is such a mess. That was an easier navigation, though. That was pretty good. Once again, we're gonna run to the save. Good heavens. Why am I so bad at this? Enemy rando causing problems. I have to wait until it actually gives it to me before I can equip it. Alright, but now I'm getting some value out of the blades as well. Because the blades actually follow these ones, unlike Umbra for some reason. Sure are not fighting Cantor yet. Also, I need to remember to use my hammer. Like, I have hammer for a reason? And that reason is to hit people with a hammer? So much easier. What would be different to make enemy rando not a problem? The biggest thing would be equipment, because then I can tank the damage without worrying about dying. Some of it is being a little bit more cautious with my routing, reading where the enemies are, and then adjusting my route as a result. I think a lot of it is going to be internalizing where certain enemies appear that are harder, like which enemies are more damaging than others. But yeah, the biggest thing would just be equipment, would just be getting enough equipment to either not take as much damage or be able to kill them before they kill me. Like, now that I have a plus orb, I can probably kill most of the enemies instead of trying to run through them. And that makes a big difference. Can't practice at getting equipment. That's true. That's true. In terms of the stuff I can practice, it's remembering where and when to save, and getting a little bit more practice at avoiding, just knowing what enemies do, like what their patterns are, and avoiding them dynamically instead of like as part of a static route. Do I have... I do not. I do! There we go. Can I get to the present yet? I don't have that warp, right? Okay. So I don't have warp shards, is the point. Yeah, I have no warp shards. That's going to make this routing a little bit worse, but we're doing it anyway. Because I have the fire now. You know what? Actually, let's just go down to the maw caves. No, I don't have vertical. I don't have anything I like. I am missing a lot of things. I might have a better shot at just going to... going to the upper banished caves now, though, because I have a few more levels under my belt and I have much better damage. Gonna be a lot less concerned about dying now. Still taking the save, though. Okay, I guess we'll just get neurotoxin. That's fine. I don't need that still. God. Still not exactly doing this right. Wow. Equipment! Glorious equipment. Rude? Alright, that did a little better. Still can't get over the castle drawbridge. So it's either maw caves or the fire checks. Let's do fire checks into maw caves. Oh, there's two Rishas? No, she was just there, not here. Fine. Can turn is the maw? Not without time stop. Oh, I can't go this way! Oh, I'm dumb. Definitely quicker to warp, even though the fire's running around. Because then I'm not running around underwater. Yeah, with no vertical and no time stop, I cannot go that direction. I have to come from this side. With no vertical, I am abandoning one check. I am orphaning one chest that I can't get here. But I feel like that's better than orphaning, like, 5 checks in the maw caves. So I'm hoping for vertical here. Blood is plus. That's cute. There's definitely a world in which that is better for me. I don't know if this is that world, though. Like, that is a difficult enemy. The one in the middle. Like, that room is 5 enemies. But the enemy that is on... The enemy in the middle there is replacing a higher HP, higher damage enemy. So, like, that's the one that I specifically have to make sure I don't take damage from. Valetian Crown over Lab Glasses. More defense, actually. Yeah, no, we'll take it. Like, I think if I am better at dodging enemies, then I don't take that. But since I am not better at dodging enemies, I do take that. Kill me. Sure. Oh, that's so funny. The blades hit it on the way in. Good fight, good fight. Frozen Spires is plus. Oh, that's wild. That's good against the Maw specifically, actually. Also pretty good against Varney. And pretty good against Azure Queen. Alright, we're orphaning some more checks here. Because I think there's not really many other places I can go now. I deliberately skipped that. Yes, that's fine. Yep. This is it. This is the only place I can go, so we are just orphaning some checks, because that is how this seed works. And I am late in this seed because I died a lot. Actually, I am curious. How much mana do each of these spells take? That takes 35. That takes 40. Okay. Seed for the Discord? Maybe, yeah. It's certainly a pain to deal with all of these enemies in Enemy Rando. Yeah, can't get up there. Man, I think I actually keep the max health up. No, I like Scythe Ring. Will Torch Rando make it to a tournament? Maybe. I think it's unlikely to be in the SRL flag set, because it is kind of... Ooh, there's double jump. Okay, good timing for that. Because it is kind of heinous for a tournament setup. Like, it takes all of the things that could be looked at as problems in the Timespinner Rando for... Wow, and Sash. For tournament navigation, and makes them worse. I think it is great for AP. I think it is great for asyncs. I think it is not super good for tournaments unless you are, like, unless that's part of the gimmick. I think I can get back up here with double jump. God. Yeah, good. I think we are not killing the Maw yet, though. Yeah, I am not going to, we're not going to go Maskless Stinky with this setup. Not when we still have all of Desolation left to do. This is worth breaking, I think. I say that, but, like, I'm not actually going up there, am I? But now I can get... Really? Double jump gets me past the drawbridge? That seems odd. I still don't have warp shards. Ah. So this is my way out? No, I can just go back to the warp here. That's quicker. Sash! Correct, I got Sash. Yes, good point. I'd already completely forgotten. I'm not going back for the one-offs. I'm going to where the more checks are. I do like these engineers killing themselves for me, though. That's working out pretty well. Colossal Blade is neutral. Inner Ancient Pyramid. Ah, the good stuff. This is the one I have to make sure that last one is the one I have to make sure I go. Not the last one. Third to last. Remember which enemies are big for their locations. Actually need to go get that. That is another thing that I can probably get better at with practice is some rooms where the items are previewed. It is less important to pick them up if they're not relevant items. So I can be better at identifying, hey, this is a relevant item or a not relevant item, and then picking it up or not as appropriate. And saving the, you know, fraction of a second that it takes to navigate the room. I didn't even hit him! Second time spinner piece, good. Shattered Orb neutral. Okay. Was worth checking. I don't think I switched down to Shattered Orb neutral from what I have right now. But a case could be made. Nice barrel. I do have pink. Card A, unfortunate. Whoa. That's a good spot for a wheel. Let's go get some warp shards, shall we? Spaghetti. Star, sure. Still kind of like Scythe. Blade is neutral. Interesting. Oh, what's up, Ricio? Remembering which version of the towers I am in? Hey, look, another captain's cap. Nice of them. Oops, all Sandman? Yeah, much better against bosses. Ooh. D card? 4 of 5? Okay, we might just be going straight to the pyramid after this. Now that I have warp shards. Oh, barrels. What did I get? I got A and D here. I still don't have present access? Oh, no, I have wheel and spindle. I think that's present access, actually. Let's find out. Because the lab, yeah, warp. Okay, wheel and spindle is present access. The library has a lot of items somewhat free. And then we'll go check the mysterious place. Whoa! That's it. That's it. Okay, that's go mode. What the crap? What a seed! If only I hadn't spent 15 minutes dying to regular enemies. So little damage. There we go. Heal me. Heck yeah, time at 34:51. What a wacky seed. Oh my gosh. I gotta share this one with Urza. fascinating. Okay, what have we learned? Navigating enemy rando is going to be a big part of this race, or most likely is going to be a relevant part of the race. And there comes a point at which I think learning which places are harder to navigate with enemy rando is also, like, fairly important. Like, me going, okay, I'm gonna get the warp down by the Siren's Cave, and then knowing that past Sirens is really difficult with enemy rando, I am going to leave it until I have better equipment. Just right at the start, without just going for it. Just right at the start being like, yeah, this kind of sucks and I don't have the equipment for it. I'll come back to it later. Like, having that in my head, I think is part of what this practice is for, is mapping out, like, oh, because of enemy rando, certain places are harder than they would otherwise be. And I think because of the close quarters in Upper Banishment, I think that's pretty accurate, actually. Like, I think that is, that particular place is going to be harder just because of the way the environment is shaped. And the number of enemies that are kind of in close quarters with each other. So that is a good thing to keep in mind. Wow, actually learning things. We've done it. Call that progress. Wondering what time could have been without the careless early parts. Yeah, like that's it's kind of the you know, the segue there, right? Is if I hadn't, if I had just realized ahead of time, hey, this thing sucks, come back to it later when I have more checks under my belt, I probably would have gotten like sub 30. Like, that could have been a 28. That could have been a 26. Man. Neat seed, though. Technically needed present access for exactly one Timespinner piece. Which was behind the D card in the library. Alright, what was the seed for that one? That would have been this. I don't need the... I want this. Can I copy this down without... Does that work? Let's see if that worked. Yeah, that totally worked. Okay, cool. Win Shift S for snip. It turns out you can just Control C there. So that worked out exactly the way I wanted it to. Thank you, Timespinner Rando devs, for knowing what I want to do on that screen. Alright, well, pretty good. Pretty good. I would love to get another seed like that. Let's go again. Fascinating. What a fascinating experience. Standard blue orb. Wow. Oh, it's Aura Serpent, not Aura Blast. Okay, it's not just actually blue orb and blue orb spell right at the start. But Empire is minus. Now we know. Maximilian Sandup. That's drained. And we can get into the moat. Let's see how bad my routing is over here. Yeah, alright. Oops, didn't need to jump into that. Yeah, that doesn't do anything. Oh my god, literal 0 damage. That's fantastic. I don't think I've ever seen actual zeros pop up like that before. Ow. If I get hit again, I die. So let's not get hit again. Why aren't you dead yet? Ah! Ah! Scared. Abunai. Alright, everything's okay. Everything's fine now. Lucky. Oh my god. There's absolutely certain muscle memory things that I just do because I am used to doing it from, oh my god, from normal routing. And it definitely punishes me a good chunk of the time. Very dangerous here. I don't know what to do with you. I know what to do with you, though. Nether is just, like, strictly better blue. And with that, I can actually kill some enemies. Yo, okay. No longer concerned. That kind of unlocks a lot of things for me. Where can I go now? Left side. I can go left side. Let's get the, we'll go get the warp downstairs and then go left. I guess we're taking the save down here. I don't want to be poisoned. Oh my god. Dogs! Dogs and mushrooms and... Man, if I find a pendulum... Oh. Oh. Chaos dogs. Those ones, though. That was not even good. What are you? Nightmare. Not yet. Not ready yet. We should take the save, though. Maybe don't leave the saves. Alright, maybe now I fight Nightmare. Oh. Not dead. Weird. Do I have any better spells yet? No. I can't get up there. This is a dog. What did I... Oh, because I can go around the other way. No fire yet, though, which is extra awkward. Let's see if I get fire going left. Big dogs, small dogs, gun is minus. Hey, look! It's more nightmare. Oh, that worked out really well, actually. Nether, though. Tune to the sewers. How do I feel about that? Not bad, actually. Left first? No fire. Right first. Oh! I made it! Kind of surprised. I didn't think I was going to. Best sewers of my life. Thank you, Enemy Rando. Missing so much stuff right now. I have Eternal. I don't need Empress. This warp and a little bit more health. I can go get warp shards. Delightful. Anything to sell? Not really. There's filigree tea here, but that doesn't help until I have enough money to buy it. Eternal Crown is a wonderful consolation prize for not having an Empire Crown. Empire is minus. Jin Inferno is minus. Oculus is plus. Yo. Give me Eye Orb, please. Please, the Eye Orb. Nothing else here for now, though. Which means there's just the onesie-twosies and this stuff, which requires orphaning some things, and going to Desolation. Alright, Desolation it is. Six. Die. So many dads and dad likes. Sure. That's not what I wanted. I wanted this. All right. Fine. Some convenient flooding. That means I can get into the Zarian caves, potentially. Any equipment is better than no equipment. Let's go see what Skelly has on offer. Yo, what? Skelly has Sash? Yeah, we're just immediately going into the castle. Thank you, Skelly, for your service. Dang. What a find. Facing the wrong direction, love that. I pretty consistently end up getting here with Sash, because Sash is the most convenient way to get past the drawbridge. That's interesting. This is the one that I need to not get hit by. Well, I guess with Eternal Coat, doesn't matter. But still. Mysterious Warp Beacon, Inner Ancient Pyramid. Well then. Yeah, with my equipment, I don't need to worry too much. I don't need to be quite as precious about making sure I save before going into, like, a dangerous area. Because stuff just isn't as dangerous. Shield Ring Ether. God. Drawbridge Key a little bit late to the party. Once again, fading twins. I have no pink. So once I get pink, we'll come back for the Queen's Room and also Drawbridge, and also Twins, rather. Kobo. Okay. This music is so good. I think this might be my favorite music in the game. Yo, they got suns for sale? What a deal. Take those for sure. pretty happy with Nether Plus, actually. This is working out okay. Okay, 18 is miserable. I thought I was going to be getting better damage out of that. I guess we'll just hit him with that instead. Hey, Royal Ring. It's pink. Yeah, I can't jump past that. Can't jump past that either. Identifying enemies on the fly is definitely not very easy for me. Shattered is minus. Love that. Who? First gear? Great. And I guess we'll check twins here. Been through a decent chunk of bosses and no previews. Unfortunate. Now that I have warp shards, it's much easier to check twins. Not anything I care about. I do like Icicle Ring, but also I'm on Shadow Seal, so I think we're good. Dealing me damage only makes me better at killing you. I mean, not great, but... Alright, where are we going? Still no water mask. Now I have vertical, though, so we can go for all of the maw and, fire checks. I think I'm okay to fight Cantorin now, too. Yeah, this is fine. Not that bad. Relevant. A and C is what I am sitting on now. The wheel was here? Jeez. That almost worked. That setup works with the regular enemies. I wasn't sure if it was going to work with randoed enemies. Might have. I don't know. The definitely doesn't work with the poison powder. I should have dropped and gotten the warp. Now I gotta run back. Would have been a little bit quicker. Would have skipped this run. Do take this save, though, because maw caves have the potential to be dangerous. We gotta figure out where I can jump and where I can't. The problem is a lot of it is like, if I'm trying to get through the screen fast, I have only, you know, half a second to react to any given enemy and adjust my pathing as a result. And my reflexes are not very good. Which is weird to say, considering I am trying to do well in fast-paced, you know, Twitch reflexes kind of games, but this is why I don't play first-person shooters. With prior knowledge, I can do some complex things. None of this matters. But my actual, like, respond to new stimulus reflexes are real bad. Kinda sucks for my fighting game career. Face tank every enemy everywhere. You're not wrong. No tablet, so that doesn't do anything yet. That is first laser. And also we have exactly one Genza item, and I definitely know which Genza item it is. Experiment, I think? I think the Genza item I have is Experiment. Yes. So I cannot get through to Genza proper yet, but that's okay. I have access to things. Did we kill them all here? Nah. Nah. I have the warp. We'll just break this and take the warp in. I still don't have Water Master. Whoa, 4 of 5? Okay, we gotta go check some things. Okay, not flooded. Sure. Regret also not flooded. sure. Where else can I go? Zarian. And all of Desolation. Alright, let's do all of Desolation, I guess. Still not exactly sure what, like, the best way into Desolation is, but given that water, I feel like I like this routing better. Don't think I need that. I think I have Eternal. Gas mask. Uh-oh. Where's my equipment? Yes, I have Eternal. Okay, I have the gas mask. I'm gonna go back and kill Mob before I do this. Before I make the rest of this run. It is a little bit out of the way for 2 checks, but also, like, the positioning of that gas mask has me worried. Oh my god. Apparently mashing start was the wrong idea. Here. Nice. Well, the game is really not happy with me right now. I wasn't even mashing start there. I just... Okay. On my last warp shard... Yeah, I thought it was it. I thought it was over, Cryptomancer. I think it's really interesting, like, how that happened. Just, like, the hitting pause at exactly the wrong moment in that transition. And then just, like, getting stuck on that level up screen was like, oh no. Oh no. Is this irrecoverable? Okay, well, I didn't need to break the chests. I didn't need to go stop time, or, go to kill the maw. This is another 30-minute seed, jeez. And I cost myself an extra minute by, going to kill the maw there, but whatever. Wow, wild. Yet another 30-minute seed. Yeah, whatever, hit me. It's probably already dead. Good. Narrow, but good. Yeah, I'm just gonna stay up here. It's gonna be a little bit slower. Well, never mind. Bought some suns, right? That's what I bought. 3154. Wild. So that is a lot of real quick seeds. What am I supposed to make of this? What do I learn from this? Sometimes it's just quick, I guess? I didn't need to do too much in terms of following progression. This time it was just like, this is what's accessible to me. Oh, they're quick because whole areas of the map aren't accessible. So there's only so many places you can go. Right? Like, I never got... There's probably lasers trapped on the other side of the laser gate. So, you know, there's like a good half of the present is just completely inaccessible and irrelevant. Which kind of leans into, if you get all 3 lasers, you probably have to go to the other side of the laser gate. So yeah, following progression, definitely important. I didn't have to follow any of the key cards, which is lucky, I guess. I guess if the last piece had been in Zarian's cave, that's where I would have gone next anyway. On account of there was no other major locations to go to, so maybe? But lasers are important, and I think B card is important. If you have that progression to follow it. Elevator key card I'm not quite as sure about. But I suspect elevator key card is also important to follow. So there's like some key cards that definitely feel like they matter more than others. And of course it's just going to be some amount of random depending on what the seed looks like. Interesting. Real interesting. Alright. Quick run. Get a few more runs like that in. I do think I'm going to take another break before we start another one though. Let's get back into it. Yeah, good practice so far. I feel like the quick seeds have been wild and educational, at least in some respects. It just shows that, like, this flag set can really go in a lot of different directions in terms of, you know, how long the seed is going to be. Happy to say that I haven't really seen anything, like, too long, but, you know, there's definitely a world where I just last location something and it takes, like, an hour and a bit. But, you know, getting some more practice, getting more used to enemy rando, making it not cost me tens of minutes in the early game, I think, will minimize the chances that that happens. So, feeling pretty good about how this has been going so far. All right. One more. Let's do it. Pretty okay with Neutral Empire. I don't think I will be using Aura Serpent much, but thank you anyway. Plop. Text noise. Where are we going? Drained here. Okay. I might actually equip Storm Eye. This is not the worst. God. God. Oh my god, dude. Try that again. Sanguine is definitely not worth equipping. The amount of life drain you get out of it is so minimal. Alright, just jump over that idiot. Don't try and fight him. It's not worth it. Wow. Hello? Bats? Right, yes, of course. They hop. I suppose people equip Glass Pumpkin. I don't know. I don't use Time Stop enough to make it worthwhile. Certain enemies are just such a pain to deal with. And it's not even the ones that you'd expect sometimes. I am, however, going to go back to Storm. I like that idea. I think that is potentially helpful. We will see if it is actually helpful. But I think it is potentially helpful. Come on. Castle Keep. Interesting. A warp to Castle Keep from here. Is that good? Traveler's Cloak. We do equip that on account of any equipment is better than no equipment. I have Captain's Uniform? Dang, when did I pick that up? That's some good defense. I am currently poisoned. Let's go fix that problem. And then head down. Yes, it's drained. Okay. So we can go left, and I think I will after I grab the warp here. Free experience. Yo, Sash? Okay. I guess we're going into the castle then. I like going into the castle. Yeah, screw you. You can just deal me some damage, I guess. I can take a few hits here because we are just going straight out of here. And Sash makes this easier to get to. So that's nice. Because then I can just sash my way back up. Very cool, very cool. Always keycard A. Keycard A seems to always be the first keycard I find. I don't know what to do about that. Oh, okay, yeah, we're switching. It's big damage. It's gonna make me a little bit slower, I think, while I kill some enemies here. Blunt is not the best at killing enemies, but it is some good damage. I think I would like to be a princess. Thank you. Wow. Yeah, this is like kind of good DPS, but it doesn't actually clear stuff if I'm trying to run through them. Double ratio, wow. Yeah, I don't need that. Okay, so maybe the way to handle it is just by instinct leave the room and then process whatever the item is afterwards. And if I have to go back for it, that's better than grabbing it by default. Oh, that's flooded, huh? No pink. It's fine, I have Sash. We're gonna go get some warp shards. Warp shards first and foremost. And then we can figure out what I'm doing in Serene. Let me through. Let me through. Agrarian robe. No, I'm good. Lab access experiment. Okay. Hopefully that is never relevant. One of 5? It's a good spot for it. 2 of 5, and that's my present access. Huh. Fascinating. Okay, so we go to the library after this. Nymph hairbands. Wow. I'm impressed that they survived that. Aw, chaos or minus. Sad story. Ooh, Risha is here. Okay. Hi, Risha. Hi, Risha. Plasma Geyser neutral. That is pink. I can take that. Frozen Spires neutral. Well, as far as neutrals go, sure. Now I've got a little bit of blade. A little bit of sharp when trying to deal with these enemies. Blood is plus. Do I like that more than my iron? Not really. I'm not a blood believer. Did I already have present access? No, that's a boss fight. Okay, that's fine. I have A, but no D. Not yet. Too bad. Jin Inferno is minus, as is tradition. Empire Crown. Wow. What a great library. Well, I found the better spell. Valetian Crown just sitting there? Okay. And we're at 3 of 5. I think we go to the sewers? We'll go through the sewers. And then go to Serene. Wet wall is neutral, you say? That's certainly something to consider. Royal Ring. No water mask. No mysterious warp beacon yet. I feel good about taking on Cantor in here, I think. Yeah. I do have Jin Inferno for fire. Which is, like, not the best option. But, you know, had worse options. Tablet's nice. Take the save, because who knows what's going to happen out here. No lasers. Forgot I had the hammer. Colossal Blade, sure. Wow, instead of dog, there was dog. Wild. I guess the other thing that I want to do with enemy rando is if I have a clear idea in my mind of where difficult enemies are, then I can be prepared to walk into a room and no matter what the enemy is, I can deal with it appropriately. Because I'd be like, okay, this enemy I am going to be careful around, I'm going to dodge or slow down, or if necessary, I'll just precast a spell for that particular room. Big hammer. Big hammer. Let me cast the spell, Jesus. Desolation? Maw? No gas mask. We can go Maw first. I can't know what enemies are where, but I can know what the enemies are replacing. Like, if I know that in vanilla, a given room has, like, 5 enemies with, like, 1 strong one bracketed by 2 weak ones, then I can be prepared to, like, okay, I know I need to deal with a strong one in some way. And, you know, face tank the weak ones and precast a spell for the strong one or something like that. Whatever it ends up being, I can just know that, like, oh, I'm going to deal with this by casting a spell at it. And have that ready. Yeah, enemies are categorized / scaled by what they are replacing. So any enemy that is replacing like a hammer giantess or something is going to have proportionately higher HP and higher damage output than it might otherwise. Some rooms are just annoying, though. Still no lab access, and no beacon. So a lot of stuff left to find. I think I will kill the Maw early here, though. No, I haven't been through Desolation at all yet. I probably shouldn't do that. That's a lot of biscuits to breathe. Don't have water masks, so we're not going through upper punishment yet. I'm just gonna grab this and warp out. Whoa. And now I have D. Okay, so now we can go left here. Just to kind of get some more momentum towards that area. Which I think will be worth doing. Gear. And I have the tablet, too. Which I didn't last time I was here. Still no Kobo, though. Always love a Shadow Seal. There. Oh, really? Okay. Grab this warp. And I guess we're doing elevator towers. Chasing the progression. That's actually a fairly easy room to navigate. Oops. More enemies in that room. No C card, so can't go after Varney. That's everything. Oh my god. Okay, so we just need pyramid access or lab access. And it doesn't look like we're getting lab access. Okay. I will go for that after Sirens. After Sirens, we go for Ifrit. Nope, not relevant. Okay. Also 3 checks. Is that relevant? Gun is plus? Heavens. I don't have... Water Mask yet, but we can at least go get this warp and then go to the library. Nothing is better than Princess, or nothing that I have is better than Princess. Eternal Code is better than Princess, but you know, whatever. Okay. Yeah, this transition, I don't know. The Emperor Volteralus fight is like really difficult for some reason. Yikes. That's not enough. There we go. No gas mask. Wasn't counting. Again? Will nobody rid me of this vexing emperor? I'm gonna go upper route. Water mask. Unfortunate. I didn't want progression. I wanted beacon. Okay, now that I have found that, we're going bottom route. Till I get to the warp. And then we're gonna go kill Maw. So that crash site is open before I go up there. Stop. I wanted... Pyro ring, sure. But yeah, this is once again an ice rod hunt. I only have the water mask though. Oops, all parents. I'm gonna go Zarian after this. No. We're gonna go Siren's Cave after this. Oh, Villette's safe. I did it. Great throw stun trap. Real speedrun strats, true. No lasers yet. 0 lasers. That room is such a mess. Oh, Risha? I don't care about any of that. Okay. Now Zarian. Radiant neutral. Okay, well, if I wasn't already on the biggest iron orb known to man. scary health totals. Nope. Nope. Like, the only thing that matters at this point is lab access or pyramid access. Everything else is literal garbage. I guess I wouldn't turn down a double jump. God, fine. Hey, there it is. What am I doing? That was the wrong thing to do. What the crap? Alright, well, at least I know where I'm going. That was supposed to be a warp shard. What the hell? I think I was in the item menu and it confused me. I was like, oh, this must be the wrong place to be. Alright, we've got to go through the whole pyramid. And I have water mask just in case. It cost me like 45 seconds, not a huge deal. This is going to be a sub 40 seed. Pretty good. I had to hunt for a lot of things with no lasers. Like, the no lasers is not a problem, but it does mean that they're, like, for all that there was no lasers, which means that I have a proportionally smaller amount of the world to look through. I definitely feel like I looked through most of it. Hey, look what's flooded. It's just giant goddamn birds in the middle of the staircase. Does that affect races where your opponent is equally limited? I mean, it's more like I looked at a lot of places for the amount of places that were available, right? Like, I feel like I, not quite last location stuff, but pretty close. So I feel like I am behind, because I think my opponent could have found this stuff in a different order and potentially made better time as a result. It's not great damage. Do I have better options? I do have a better option. I have gun. Wow, I don't know the gun is very good against this boss. I'm learning things. Ow. Oh my god. Do I have anything better than this? Not really. Everything else is neutral. No, it's just not showing me what's neutral and what's not. Gun is plus. I is minus. God, do I just use I minus anyway? Yeah. I just use I minus anyway. Fascinating. Well, that was a miserable boss fight. It is a glitch that I think happens as a result of loading multiple save files. So something to do with either the save and quit or playing multiple files, multiple games in a row. Oh! I knew that hit was going to kill me, and I didn't save in time. I didn't heal in time. Jeez. Some glitch about how the text overwrites. I don't remember the details. Next hit kills me, so don't get hit. Or heal. $41.47. 2 deaths to the bosses at the end. What the hell? Ugh. I'm wondering if maybe Storm Eye would have been a better choice. Could have done Storm Eye and what I was doing as just an additional source of damage. I don't know how good it would have been, but it would have been another sharp. I was surprised that Gun Orb was so, or Cannon Arm. Arm Cannon? Whatever. The gun spell was so hard to use. I guess with the way that Genza moves around, predicting the shot is somewhat difficult. Like, I can't do it after he's already landed. I need to do it while he's moving. Which maybe I could do. That might have been better, is just stick to arm cannon and not get myself killed trying to do Shadow Seal minus Eye Orb strats. Man, real interesting. So all of the Timespinner pieces were just kind of on the way. I didn't really have to go out of my way for any of them. None of them were in, like, weird, you know, oh, now I have this progression. I need to go out of my way to this one place to get the thing and then come back and do, like, regular stuff. Which is good, because I had a bunch of stuff faded that I didn't want to have to go back and check. I guess after Zarian, it would have been time for the random water mask checks. But yeah, finding the beacon in Zarian's cave is a pretty good find. And I'm wondering if, at that point, when do I stop expecting to need lab? And does that change my routing? Does that change where I am planning on going? I think not really. Because anytime I get the B card, I am racing to the warp prior to the military hangar. And even without the B card, if I have access to that warp, once I get 3 lasers, I am racing to the lab warp. Because the assumption is, if I have the access to it, I will need to use it. But if I don't get the lasers, am I as concerned with getting into, like, the elevator towers area? Elevator towers is pretty relevant here. Right? Elevator towers was relevant? Maybe it wasn't. Maybe I got elevator towers out of the B keycard doors, and then nothing in the elevator towers was relevant. I don't remember where all the pieces were. Maybe I should check the spoiler on that one, actually. We'll check the spoiler log on that one. Spoiler log generated. All right, let's see if we can find a spoiler log. Oh, where are they? They're in the files. If I go to local files for Timespinner, I should be able to find them there, right? Yeah, here it is. All right, so let's open this up a bit. Yeah, alright, so I did need the elevator chest because Varnagroth Towers right had a gear. Castle basement was flooded, never went there. That had one of my laser accesses. Other 2 gears. 2 gears were in library. One behind the D card, one behind the V card and tablet. And then A was in Castle Ramparts. And A gated my Zarian access. And my past access was Wheel and Spindle. Or my present access was Wheel and Spindle. Yep. Other progression items not in chain. Yup. Yeah, 2 of the laser accesses were behind the laser gate. Yeah, that's about what I expected. And Wheel and Spindle were both in Royal Towers. Yep, I remember that. That was... Yeah, this was just a really straightforward seed, honestly. Nothing was particularly out of the way. None of the progression was particularly gating. Like, we had to get 4 spheres in before we could kill. That's not a lot of spheres. That's not a lot of progression chaining. Oh, pretty good. All right. I think at this point, more practice is probably not going to be beneficial for today. So I think maybe we call it here. But this was a pretty good stream. And I do feel like I am getting more comfortable with the flag set and learning a bit about kind of what needs to be followed, what doesn't. All good stuff. All good stuff. All right. But yeah, that's going to be it for me, I think. Thank you all for coming. Thanks for hanging